Welcome to the Triple Barrel Podcast.
Boom, 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 boom.
We have 12 shotgun blasts after this.
Yeah.
This is our Dirty Dozen episode.
I've actually looked up, this is our 12th episode?
Technically it's number 12. It's actually 11 published because we skipped number 3 still.
Damn, okay. Well,
that's going to be one of the bonus tracks for the Patreon donors, right?
there you go, right. Shout out to the Patreon.
Oh, by the way, let's plug our social media as we go into the Triple Barrel, not the Triple Barrel Podcast, THA Triple Barrel on all social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram. Wait, we don't have Facebook yet, right?
No.
Yeah, we will have a Facebook.
And
get your guys' stuff out there, too.
Reminds me, like THA reminds me of when I was creating emails when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
And
what was your first email?
I couldn't have a Germantown player and then my football number.
Okay.
So it wouldn't let me do that. So I put G-Town playa and then my birthday, 623.
You still use that, John, don't you?
No. That's long. But my YouTube channel is up, and there's videos of, if you type in that AOL thing.
Yeah.
We used to do redo the Jackass shit.
Yeah.
And so there's a video of me farting powder out of my ass and shit.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's on the internet somewhere?
Yeah, that's on YouTube.
We did something like that when I was my freshman year in college with the Stratum Boys. We did our own little podcast, or not podcast, they were like YouTube series, something like that.
YouTube show,
we did those little like fight videos or something like that. And then we did something where we were all just getting drunk and just punching each other in the face.
Fight videos was the thing.
Dude, so I had like a bunch of sparring gear from my Taekwondo days or whatever.
Yes.
And we just get set up and just punch each other in the face.
I remember
awesome.
seeing some of those videos, man. I really do. I remember.
Did you never box? You wouldn't do it?
Well, no, I was never there.
Yeah. So it would always be it was in Cordova is the one that Cordova, and then in Germantown in high school. But in Cordova there was this dude Cooper, and we used to box in his backyard, and there was a whole fight club in his backyard of middle schoolers, and I boxed Cooper, and Cooper was notoriously tough, he could whoop my ass.
Yeah.
And I remember we were boxing, and I was like, okay, I got to come out strong if I'm gonna box this man, because I'm scared to death, you know?
Right.
Dude, when I say I jabbed and clocked this man on the jaw, I did. And he goes, good shot. And I went, oh
shit.
That's how you know you're done.
Yeah. And then he popped me a good 2-3 times in the nose, and my vision started going blurry.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I'm about to be fucked. And I turned. And when I turned, I just missed his uppercut.
Ooh.
And when you go back and you watch the video, you see it. And if I would have got hit by that, dude, I could have died.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no.
This man was swinging.
We weren't doing
What is he
actual
doing now?
fights
Is he a fighter still?
He works for a corporation.
Oh, okay, cool. Notoriously tough Cooper works for a corporation.
Who knows? Maybe there's a fight club he's a part of somewhere.
Yo, I wonder if that shit is real on a corporate level, for grown men,
corporate fight clubs.
Yeah, corporate fight club. We're tired of the monotony of the 9 to 5 and going home to the wife.
Let's go
and kids.
beat the shit out of each other.
Right.
They're all run by schizophrenic CEOs.
Yeah, but we know that it wouldn't happen because people would fucking lose their job quickly. That shit would hit the news so fast.
Virtual fight club.
You know what I just thought about?
What?
What if all the corporate sexual shit,
What sexual shit? What do you mean by that?
you know how at Fox News, Roger Ailes was Bill O'Reilly, all the what's it called? Who was the Harvey Weinstein?
Yeah. The Al Franken thing, all that stuff too.
Yeah. What if all that happened because they didn't allow corporate fight clubs?
You're saying all that perverse sexual shit?
Yeah, it's just a bunch of masculine energy pent up. So instead of fighting and beating the shit out of each other,
Right. They do some creepy.
They
bullshit.
do some creepy.
Well,
I don't know.
So you're saying in this case, Fight Club would actually protect women against sexual assault violence.
That's a crazy take.
We need Fight Club.
That's a crazy take.
Men need to get this excess testosterone.
Yeah,
out.
but that's what that's implying is that.
But it's fighters.
No, that's what implying is men are pieces of shit, and we either gotta do violence either to a woman or to each other.
That is kind of an
no,
estrogenic perspective.
I'm saying having a release like people take it in like do it in CrossFit.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Like because it's
I mean,
super intense.
Well, so,
yeah, but
isn't prostitution legal in like?
But
Nevada?
raping bitches is the second. It's like
Right,
all right.
right.
I'm fucking.
just saying. What if I'm just saying?
That's crazy.
Oh, so yeah, for
It's
Roger
got to be
Ailes
out of
specifically.
unhappiness, right?
I would look. I don't know.
I think specifically. Well, I don't know. I was watching the whole Roger Ailes story they had on Showtime. You know, it's dramatic or whatever. But like, it seemed it was more like a power move thing than it was like
Fun. Yeah, it's like I don't think it's a release thing.
Yeah,
It's
I don't think they're pent up.
They just
shit.
enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
Right. It's just a sadistic thing.
Mm.
So like, how do they get out that sadisticness?
And it's
Instead.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, these women are the victims. That's why.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Unfortunately, these women are.
Thanksgiving.
This is brought to you by Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, we want to talk about.
Oh, yeah,
Thanksgiving.
yeah, let's talk about Thanksgiving.
Fucking talking about tough guy Cooper.
Well, so how was your guys' Thanksgivings?
Man, shit. Well, mine was good. You know, it was kind of socially distanced. Like I cooked at my mom's house. I made all the meat and the sides were already prepared. She made all the sides and shit.
Mhm.
But like I was eating in the living room. My mom ate in the den with my aunt. Socially distanced. It was, and then
Oh shit!
Was that like super weird? Were you guys like yelling in the other room? Like,
well,
"Hey!"
no, you know, it was kind of just like a regular dinner. People just like they were watching all the if they were watching all the Thanksgiving TV bullshit. I was like to myself like chowing down hard without my mom being like sit up straight and
Yeah.
and
I remember for the longest time they used to like demote me, like, you know, like when you're growing up, like in 13 years old, you go to the kids table or whatever, and then eventually you get to the adults table or whatever.
Yeah.
Is that kind of how it felt? Like it was like almost like a
because
like a flashback.
in our family we had that too because we were a massive family, right? But
Yeah.
it's like I mean I hadn't sat at the kids table in so long. Kids table, there's like 4 kids tables. There's like the toddlers, and then there's like the 5-year-olds. The 5-year-olds don't want to sit with the toddlers, right?
Like a graduated scale.
And then there's the 10-year-olds. They don't want to sit with the 5-year-olds. They suck, right? And then and then there's the teenagers and up kind of thing, right?
Yeah. How many people do you think were there?
There was only like at my mom's house.
Yeah.
There was only like 5 people there, bro. I'm talking. It was me, my mom, and my aunt, and my uncle, and then my cousin and his daughter came over later.
Yeah.
Right.
Mine I think was 15 at my mom's, and then about the same at my aunt's. So I did too.
And you know what? People are. My family's trying to do their part by not gathering because of the social distance, COVID regulations or whatever bullshit. And I'm annoyed. I was annoyed by it. Like we had a Zoom call on our family Zoom call, right? So everyone hopped on. It was cool to see everybody's face, but especially the folks that were out of town, right?
Yeah.
But I was annoyed by it because it's like I've been doing fucking Zoom comedy shows over and over, on.
Ooh, that sounds good, dog.
It's gonna turn me down though.
Oh.
We'll see. Keep going. You're good.
Anyway, it was cool to see everybody's face, but I was kind of annoyed by it because it's like this is like a slap in the face to what getting together is. I don't give a fuck about the food. I just want to like get together with your family. That's the whole point of the holidays, right?
Right.
Is to see your fam
Right.
in a fun setting a couple times before the new year starts and everyone goes back doing their shit. You know what I mean? Like that's the whole point. And I was kind of annoyed by it, but
my family's small though, so like everybody's either dead or out of town, my dad's side, and we don't talk to them. So like it was just me, my sister.
How many people you have there?
5.
Oh, okay. Same thing.
Yeah.
I think this.
But there was no Zoom call for us because fuck them.
Yo, I've kind of noticed that in certain like I don't want to say like white families.
No,
but
yeah, you can say it.
Well, I guess certain white families because unless
I can say it, dude.
Well, fuck it, in certain white families, and because some of them are like deep as fucking close. I've seen that, some of my friends, and then some of them be like, yeah, I don't fuck with my cousin Jim or my brother, whatever. I've never understood that that cutoff. So, and I get sometimes people are pieces of shit or whatever, right? But
sometimes it's just fucking family drama, man.
That
it's
or
just that
sometimes,
simple.
Sometimes your family's not that big.
Mine is a collection of all
those things.
Yeah, like the family's gotten smaller because people have died in it,
right?
And there's a shitload of family drama.
Okay,
on both sides,
right?
That like at this point in my life, the drama or the things that are going on are so horrible in my mind,
Yeah.
in my opinion, that I can't associate myself with those people.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like fucked up shit.
Word.
Yeah,
And
some redneck fucking shit.
you know, and I can believe that. You know, you don't want to associate with no bullshit, right? So
Because what happens is you get sucked down that path. Like, if you let those people in your life, they're just always in your ear.
no, yo, that's real. That's the whole thing about you know, you're the summation of the 5 people, you know, that you constantly talk to or whatever.
Yeah.
Like especially if they're your family, you know, it's a different type of influence, you know.
Yeah.
Because they look like you and sound like you know. So you know, that's the redneck for Jackson right there coming out.
Well, and then like I don't know, like when I was working with my stepdad, you know, there's only so many racist jokes I could take throughout the day. You know, it's just one of those things where it's just
mine's unlimited.
It's that's what I'm saying. It's nonstop. It's like just a fountain of hate that's just spewing out.
You're
know?
talking about being serious.
Yeah.
No,
like,
yeah.
It's weird because like it's not serious. It's tongue in cheek, but you know that it's serious in the background. You know what I mean?
You should bleep out the part who you said that was doing that.
I don't give a fuck. I've told him about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I met the guy. He's
His favorite joke is I'm not racist. I have a colored TV.
Yeah.
Like, he will say that like in front of as many black people as are there and everything like that. And I mean, I guess like
Jackson
you know,
finds
like,
that funny. He's not trying to laugh on the mic, but he finds that funny.
Well, I mean, like if we're talking about
it's funny
a
the first
joke
time you hear it,
and
you know?
he says it in front of his black friend, like I think,
But he has no black friends.
No, he does, but like it's.
But
again,
he's just
it's a weird
all
dynamic.
his jokes are racial.
Yeah, all of them.
All of them. Well, do you think that's because that's what gives the most reaction?
That I think that would have a lot to do with
He's
it.
a shock
yeah.
comic. He's
He's a shock comic in
essentially.
real life.
Well, and I
Just-
think it's harder
He's
for him
like,
to make.
because I mean, I don't do it with just racist shit, but like I do it with shit to people that I know are gonna hate the shit coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I
I
see
think
the reaction.
And yeah, just because
actually, you know, yeah.
because I know sometimes I break them.
Sometimes
I break them.
It's just good
and
to melt
they
the
laugh.
snowflake, right?
They laugh like they've never laughed before,
Oh,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
mean like
and
that,
they're
okay.
and they know that you know that they've been trying to disagree with you on this shit, and then when you get them, it's like somebody that hates the word fuck, but you have one just so timed,
yeah.
and they go and they just laugh.
Uh-huh.
See,
You're
that's
like,
that's that
yeah,
knee
bitch.
jerk comedic reaction.
Yeah, get your fucking panties out of a bunch.
But see that right there is your altruistic viewpoint as a comedian, as a stand-up comic, right? This is not necessarily this man's viewpoint, right? Like,
I think everybody thinks they're a comedian, though. Yes, they do, dude.
See, I think that's true to an extent, but I think there are some people that hide behind comedy as a way to be racist.
yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's definitely. So you're
that's
saying
what I'm
that's
saying.
for sure him.
That's
Dude, I've met him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Like he
I try to give
uses it
people
as
the
a
benefit of the
crutch.
doubt.
I understand.
mean, shit.
You could
just
try.
trying-
You could try.
You trying to be neutral, right? He's like,
Mhm.
but Dylan is telling you from personal experience,
Mhm.
and I can corroborate.
Yeah.
He's never done anything
Then
towards
fuck
me
him.
that's
I get it.
that's
And again, he's
I
got,
get what
he's
you're
got,
saying. I get what you're saying though, because
like he's got black friends, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'll always claim that and everything like that, and he's got like he like
Hey,
donates to charities.
as
and
two
stuff, you
two
know?
white guys. What's the number of black friends you need to claim? I
There's
have
no,
black
it's
friends?
not a fucking number. You know? Like, there's not.
Yeah.
Like,
I have
like,
black-
But what I'm getting at is that he would say that as
Right.
part of the deflection. You know
I
what
understand. I
well,
understand.
to prove that you're not racist, just one.
Just one.
Right, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
and it's acquaintance.
Is that what it is? Like,
And he's a coworker.
And he's, a
Is it the-
coworker. He's cool with them at the at the
Yeah,
cooler.
you took one of his shifts one time or something.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. See,
That's
hey,
that's how you get the black card or something like that. You
I don't
is that
know.
a thing?
I don't know.
That's
but
how you justify it.
just how you justify saying you have a black friend. That's Jackson giving you the bare minimum requirements for a white man saying
Yeah, a racist white dude.
yeah. Because I was saying this the other day. Like, you can sometimes tell when a dude has like, how do I say this without sounding retarded? like the class he grew up in, but then how he grew up. So I met a black dude doing comedy maybe 2 weeks ago, right? Old boy was clearly what someone thought would call colloquially an Oreo, right? Like he acted white, quote unquote, right? Well, I'm just talking to him, and I never said that to him because I've been accused of that before growing up. You know,
I can
rude.
see that.
It's rude, and so, but upon talking to him, I'm just like, yo, this man really is like he grew up in the burbs. You know what I'm saying? His family is his family, but you know his girlfriend's white, all his friends are white, blah blah blah. And I'm like, damn. Well, I don't want to call him that because that's rude, right? Yeah. But sometimes when I hear white people say, "Yo, I got a black friend," I think about they're talking about that guy. They're talking about like the fucking funny black Republican on Key and Peele sketch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
Candace Owens. Oh no, I listen to Candace Owens all the time.
Right, yeah. No. I used to go to what is it? But the AutoZone. Well, hang on a second. I guess I'm tagging on that. Yeah. So like when we used to go to AutoZone, we used to like hang out and like do all like the drag racing and stuff like that.
Right.
There would always be like, you know, that redneck crew that would come in. They got all the trucks and they're like burning out and doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
There was one guy that they were all friends with. And specifically, and I wasn't super cool with him. I met him, I shook his hand a couple of times. His name was White Boy Chris, and they called him White Boy Chris because he was super black, but he would like, I say super black. He was black, but he acted super white. You know, he had like all the camo like Carhartt gear on.
Oh, okay.
Had like you know the hat with like the Larry the Cable Guy the fish hook thing on it and everything.
Word.
I mean, he's got the big truck all lifted and everything like that, coming down spitting out dip. Like I mean, listening to Kenny Chesney.
So he's just country as fuck.
He's a country ass black dude.
Yeah.
But so he's that guy that all the white guys are saying that's my black friend. You know?
Right.
And it's funny because they call him all White Boy Chris.
Well, see, it's because they just like all the same shit. Because it's that whole racial dynamic and you talk to people that are either traveled worldwide or whatever, and they tell you that like Americans, especially in the South, we're preoccupied with race. But I mean, what you said earlier, Jackson, about like being a shock comic, right? It's like, you know that sometimes the racial shit will get you a reaction, right? And I know if I've traveled to the West Coast or even last year when I went to New York, I told jokes, and anything that was like not eloquently racial was like they were quiet, right? Some of the most regular shit you would say, right? Like, oh, you know,
gasping.
You know, they're like, oh, you could say that. I was like, I mean, we say that shit all the time down where I'm from, you know. It's like I made a casual joke about my homie being a black Jew, right? You know, Chris, right? Chris he's trained to be an accountant, blah 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 blah. And then somebody was like, "What do you mean by that? Black Jew? Is he like Hasidic or whatever?" I was like, "No, he's just good with money." He's like,
"You can't say that."
I was like, "Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad stereotype." And I didn't say he was, you know, trying to destroy us with the banks or anything or whatever racist people think say about the Jews. You know, I just, you know, it's
just cutting diamonds all day long. Goddamn
right,
Jews,
fucking goldsmith, right? I don't know. I'm just saying that, like, it's weird how, but it's true. You know, here in the South, we have a preoccupation with race, and it sometimes, it may be like. It blocks us from getting to maybe the deeper stuff. Further, I mean, not even with comedy, but just in other shit, right? Like,
yeah, because we're still stuck on the superficial level.
Yeah, man, and it's fucking. And this country is gonna be plagued. This country is gonna be going through the same shit until like we all just get over it. I think, but I'm not gonna get on my Malcolm X soapbox right now. Like, gotta get over it. We gotta get over it, brother. You know.
Yeah.
Get over it, brother.
Yeah. Real shit. Like it's like everybody that has, but I don't know, because I would think. Okay, look, Jackson, you're a conservative dude, but you're progressive with your mentality in a lot of ways, right? That's what Rob Love said on his episode when he was here last time, right? And I can agree with that. But like when you hear or are around somebody of your same race of your same race saying racist things that you know aren't tongue in cheek was the word you used earlier or whatever, right? It's like, damn, like I thought I knew you. person that I associated with, but you actually are racist. I don't even know what that would look like, because like being racist in the black community is widely kind of accepted. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I can.
Wait, you mean racist in what capacity?
Well, you know, because people are gonna say with the fucking definition is like holding somebody down, like socially, economically, or whatever. Right. But I'm just talking about like through actions or speech, prejudice or whatever. Right. Yeah. And you know, I think it's. I honestly think it's a human thing, right? You know, it's like you don't look like me or you don't seem like me, so I can't, you know, associate with you in a certain way. But I'm still perplexed how motherfuckers is still. I'm still talking about it. You know what I'm saying? But I still don't get it.
It's one of the, do you think that we'll be talking? I mean, I guess maybe this is a rhortorical question.
In 100 years,
I was actually 100 years. Maybe I'm optimistic. I don't think we will. I was gonna say 50 years. What do you think, Jackson?
I think I don't think it's a years thing. I think it will take a period of the country to just be open to other ideas than what they grew up with. You know what I'm saying?
What's that gonna take though?
But I'm saying
like the death of PC culture.
Yeah, I think it'll take.
Well, PC culture.
It'll take honesty prevailing. That's what it'll take.
Like a bunch of Dave Chappelle's, essentially, right?
No, just basically the complete disbandment of our national news media, or make it so irrelevant that it doesn't matter. Yeah. And then independent, smaller companies are going to rise through the internet and
I'm
be
waiting
truthful.
On that day. Yeah.
And people are going to find them, and then that will be the thing. That will be one of the steps in the process for people opening their ideas.
Okay.
So it's
the constant. You're saying that the media is fanning the flames for people's old ideas, the prejudices, and whatever.
Yeah.
Well, more generically, aren't you saying essentially that like for racism to be eradicated, we need freedom to be like ubiquitous, essentially? Like everyone needs to be able to say whatever they need to be able to say and have it not be.
Yeah, you need to actually have free expression.
Right.
And then the people that have alarming free expression, hate. You deal with those people in a way that is like, how did you come to this conclusion?
So you're saying like group.
I'm saying like.
I say add debates. Add a shit ton of debates. So you can have those people have their ideas and like go back and forth. And once they actually talk out their ideas, then they realize, oh wait, this is shit. You know,
this is retarded. Yeah. But you know that type of. I mean, that exists right now in America, like at a personal level, you know, and it used to exist kind of in the news media when it was still, when the newspaper and I'm going to say before, like, before this quote unquote fake news fiasco that Donald Trump coined, right? Like now everyone's worried about, is the news really telling me the shit that I need to understand? Or
we always should have been asking those questions.
Yeah, but you know, now it's like, is the president lying to me? Is the news lying to me? Is this, you know what I mean? Like those questions never really been asked before in America, you know? Right. And so
they had to have been asked in America.
Look, dude, I'm almost 30.
Well, it's just we don't know. It wasn't in our time.
All right. Well, look,
you think about how some monumental shit that we've went through. I mean, the founding of the country was why the fuck are we still talking to you motherfuckers when y'all aren't even here?
Yeah, why are we paying y'all? Y'all not here.
Yeah, like shut up. You can't rule me from over there.
Right.
That's a long way away, bro.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So like that idea is because then that was split, right? That was like split. Wasn't that split?
You say the decision to leave.
The decision to leave.
Right. Loyalists versus patriots. Patriots. Yeah.
Right. So you had that. Actually, and then you had the Civil War.
I'm gonna look.
So
up
it's not uncommon what we're going through, and once everybody realizes,
Yeah, but that's you talking about like massive like or like changing conflict in the culture. I'm talking about like
That's what I'm saying though.
I'm saying that you need that. So okay, all right.
Because the politicians
what does that look like in 2020 or in 2025 or whatever?
I think it looks like maybe some sort of honestly celebrity coalition of like great minds that have popped up throughout the country, right? Like if we get some actual like third party expert billionaires that have all the money in the world and they just want to they want to focus on this task. You'd have to convince very smart people to give up a chunk of their life to devote it to fixing our system, right? And however you do that, I don't know, but I think that would be a way to then go against basically our politicians, like have true representatives, right? Instead of
well, I think we have to fix the laws. I think the laws come down. I can't remember what law it is, but it's basically the one that allows outside lobbyists for politicians, right? I don't know, Dylan. Can you research that? The
specifically what
the law that allows lobbyists to pay politicians, right? And I know.
And
I know that is when Americans, the American Republic was for sale, right?
Federal Regulation of Lobbying Act of 1946. Enacted by the U.S. Congress to reduce the influence of lobbyists.
So what are you trying to get at as far as...
What I'm trying to get at is either that one was repealed or something changed in...
You're saying recently?
I'm not saying recently. I'm saying the last 50 years or even before that. I don't know. Who was our last honest politician? Kennedy or some shit? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like that goes along with the news media, right?
Yeah. Well, the news media. That's the issue. Like, and this is where the fucking dumbass American people that claim to be socialists say that, like, oh no, it's the capitalist regimes that are poisoning America. Like all these companies. Like, all these companies are having their influence on America. Blah blah blah. That's what's damaging our natural resources. And
that's what is America.
Well, I'm just saying what the argument is, right? That's the other side. And because
it's really easy to get grouped into that with liberal thought, you know.
Yeah, real easy, right? Because it's like they don't, you know, there is it's idealism, but not bathed in reality, because it's like, how do you execute all these things sans human emotion, greed, whatever.
But to bring up the point, though, that's essentially what we need for the billionaires and millionaires to be all of a sudden remotely altruistic and just start, like, you know, like just like paying for all those programs that you were talking about, right? If we had that mentality.
I think I was kind of thinking of this the other day. I think that there's more kings now, right? And
you mean like CEOs as kings?
Yeah. And that's a good thing, because the less kings you have, the less power everybody has.
So diversity is always good. I agree.
Right. So like if you build a company and it goes and it's $10 million a year and you're making, you know, $500,000 a year, you're a king of your community. Like, I mean, depending on where you live, but in the South, like you would be living lavish.
Well, yeah, and not only that, you're supplying so many families with their income.
Right, you think of your subjects,
and it's like with government control, you just there's no incentive to be good to the people, right? But when in a business, you have an incentive to be good to your customer.
I think you should have an incentive to be good to your customer, but like that's one of the things Mark Cuban says, is that the customer is not always right. You know, like fuck that. The customer doesn't know what they want. You tell the customer what they want. You know, so when you're selling,
I agree with that.
If you build it, they will come. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm saying what was my last point when you said that?
You were talking about oh fuck, god damn it, I'm just derailed.
I literally just said it and I forgot it.
Yeah, you were talking about what was it? Oh fuck me,
John.
How did we?
It
All
wasn't that
derail
good.
at
We
once?
need to abandon topic if we can't
Okay,
remember.
yeah,
it.
that's true.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
move
fuck
on.
Fuck it.
Whatever we were talking about, ignore.
Right.
Yeah.
No. People are
Wasn't that
gonna be
good.
listening to this episode. They were like, "Yo, man, they were on some real shit."
And then they just dropped it. And
Or
fuck it,
they were
yeah.
like, "Man, what the fuck
What
are
are
these
these
stoners
dudes
talking
talking
about?"
about?
right.
You're talking about political policies. Yo, socialism, man.
No, but that's actually a good way to kind of like transition in and out of shit. Like I said, we need to be kind of like getting up new topics and like churning up some shit too.
Yeah, I'm actually like I'm not tired of talking about politics, but let's talk about something else. I pulled up on HBO Max the other day. Anthony Bourdain, you remember the dude Anthony
Is
Bourdain?
that Parts
Yeah.
Unknown or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Parts Unknown, right?
Yeah.
And so we were just watching some of the episodes, and it's kind of cool to see. Travel shows are always awesome, right? Anthony
Yeah.
Bourdain was massively loved in and out of this country because of the good work he did on his TV shows, right? Was it No Reservation was the first one, and then the second one was Parts Unknown, right? And I was looking at some of the episodes. We watched Libya and then Colombia the other day, right? And it was kind of interesting to see how like the main stories that come from politics, like, okay, they talked about how Muammar Gaddafi like destroyed the nation or whatever, and how the country right now is trying to build it up, and he's like eating the food with the people, just trying to see the current standing of Libya, right? Okay. And it's kind of depressing because like the fucking they're just talking about how after this tyrant left, whole country's fucked now, right?
Yeah.
And then let's eat this food. And then they flipped it with Colombia, which is not the next episode, but a couple episodes later, and it was like, yeah, Colombia is now bouncing back after a 30-year-long drug war with cocaine and blah 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 blah. And we're eating the good food, and these are good people that are doing it. And I was super enthralled by how he made such like. I don't know if it's his voice. I don't know if it's the editing of the show, the story, the writing. I don't know what's going on, but he made a lot of this depressing ass shit sound cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I like, damn, I want to go to Colombia to see.
Oh, yeah. He's got delicious food in front of him and shit.
Well,
too, right?
It's hard to sell. I mean, it's not hard to sell. It's hard to beat. It's like, okay, bright colors. There's a pretty girl bringing this old man some food. He's drinking. He's having a good time. He's talking. Well, he's talking shit too. I'm enjoying him talking shit.
Yeah.
It's like how many of y'all have thought, I could be a travel show guy?
No,
you thought about that before?
But think about it like this. So he's in the most depressing part of the entire region, right? And he eats something that puts a smile on his face. Yeah. It's got to be really fucking good,
bro. Dude, you can go anywhere in the country. If it's fucked up, the people there are gonna make sure they eat good. That's the last thing.
Right. It's the one thing they got to make sure they have good in their life.
Yeah, you can go to any, like, I remember when I was growing up in Florida, right? Like, we would drive someplace and stop at a bum ass little shack, right?
Yeah.
And get some like fish and grits for breakfast, and it would be like the most fire ass fish and grits I've ever had at a rundown little shack. And it's like, how do they do that in there? And my dad would be like, they got to make good food, Yeah. And I didn't think about it till just now. It's like, no matter how fucked up you are, you're gonna eat good at least, It's like people down in Louisiana have cuisine now, and they grew up in a swamp. Think about how many like the French influence and whatever, and they just like, all right, we got all this shit. Kill those frogs, get that gator, pick those beans,
or go gator.
Right, we gonna make some good shit out of the shit that we got. If you drop down two men that had some kind of mild cooking skills in a swamp, what would you get? Louisiana food.
Creole,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just amazed by it. And
see, who's the motherfucker that thought of slugs for all that shit then? Slugs and snails,
Oh, that's some French shit though. But I would
escargot shit.
Yeah, but
that's probably a pretty poor thing, and then it evolved, right?
You know what? Actually, you're probably right. Because it's supposed to be one of those upper echelon things now, but I bet you it probably did start off as one of those things they were picking off whatever they could and just figuring out how to make it work.
All cuisine is always poor man food that gets like jazzed up eventually.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, why would anybody want to eat I don't know, the ass of a pig, but you glaze it with some honey? Now it's like honey baked ham. Now all of America wants to eat that shit. You know what I'm saying? Or you take the British have no cuisine. The British have the most shit food ever. But
what do you mean, fish and chips?
That's literally what I was thinking. That's the only thing.
What else they got?
Bangers and mash, bangers and mash,
which is fucking sausage and mashed potatoes.
That sounds good.
That sounds good. But is that cuisine?
Is that the same thing as fish and chips?
That's not cuisine.
It's just sausage instead of fish.
Fish and chips is what is
fries and fish.
Fries and fish, right?
Yeah.
It's super simple. What I'm saying is that the Brits have no cuisine, and it's not because of the food that's available there. It's probably because they just are shit imagination when it comes to their food.
What is Gordon Ramsay?
I'm like,
I think he is British, but he's a chef. So
I'm just imagining all these renowned European chefs.
Dude,
pies. That's got to be British.
I think shepherd's
pies.
Yeah, but that's I don't know if that might be like Irish or something. The Irish have food.
Shepherd's pie.
And shit,
Shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's pie might be Irish. What I'm saying is that the British.
And shepherd's pie is probably English, versus Britain and all that stuff.
What do you mean?
So like haggis would be like a Scottish thing,
right?
And then like there would be like another like potato thing would be obviously like an Irish thing or something like that.
It may be. I don't know. I'm not a cuisine.
Kidney pie, shepherd's pie. It says everything we just said.
I know, because it's trash cuisine, bro. They don't have any good food there. They don't have any good, and this is why they conquered the world,
because they had to go get the spices.
And look, well-known. Listen to this. Well-known traditional British dishes include full breakfast, fish and chips, the Christmas dinner, the Sunday roast, steak and kidney pie, shepherd's pie, and bangers and mash. So, like, everybody's Christmas dinner is different, and everybody's full breakfast is different.
Not for the English. It's like toast and baked beans and eggs. Literally, they eat baked beans for breakfast.
Bacon, sausages, eggs, black pudding, baked beans.
What the hell is black pudding?
Blood pudding, I think.
I don't know. I never had it.
Tomatoes and mushroom toast.
Nasty.
You heard that shit? You heard what the fuck they gotta eat?
Mushroom
toast?
What
is the Christmas dinner?
Yeah, what is the Christmas dinner? My mom tried to convince me that some kind of it was a New Year's Eve dinner or New Year's Eve lunch or something like that. It's like you eat a bunch of sauerkraut and it's like a German thing or something.
But as I was saying while Jackson was looking that up, so you were talking about the snails earlier, right?
Yeah.
Like the French had to have, especially back when they're developing their cuisine in 1600s or whatever, right? Like some bullshit was just around. Like, think about what food is. It's just life that you have to process and make it tasty, right? So if there is
in France, they were known for being explicitly poor too, because the king was like ostentatiously rich.
Exactly. Well, the king had to eat good food. He wanted good food, right? Mm-hmm. Well, the fucking chefs had to create good food out of the bullshit that was in the countryside, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, yo, we got these snails. Spice these motherfuckers up, put them in some white wine.
You go, king, queen, you go love this.
Right. And it had to be, I think it's like personal preference becomes like a part of history. Mm-hmm. Some king liked, eating slimy shit. You know what I'm saying? He's like, now it's a part of French cuisine forever. When it's like, this motherfucker just liked slimy shit.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine somebody. What if King Henry liked okra? Now.
Okra is the staple of British cuisine.
Exactly.
Right.
So now it's like bangers and mash, okra and okra and ketchup.
Right.
What?
Right.
These folks
pickled okra.
Ugh.
King's been eating for 200 years. God save the king.
Right. God fucking save the king. But yeah, I got on. Yeah, y'all never wanted to be on a cooking show. Like I went.
Well, yeah,
no,
I mean,
but on a travel show.
I want to travel. I would like to get paid to travel.
Like, have you guys ever seen Fuck That's Delicious?
Yeah, with Action Bronson.
No.
Yeah,
I've seen like the thumbnail.
The clip.
It's the exact same thing as Anthony Bourdain, except it's just a stoner going around, or a stoned rapper going around, just eating like
two of his best friends.
Yeah. Just like going into like the hood places, going into the nice places.
We'll see
just eating good food.
The cool thing about Fuck That's Delicious is Action Bronson is a legit chef. So it's like
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, bro.
He's got a cook. I've seen his cooking shows,
bro.
I didn't even know
his first two mixtapes were all like food themed.
I thought he was just a rapper. Right?
Look, he's just a fat white dude that he said he learned how to speak Spanish. I'm a big fan of Action Bronson. He learned how to speak Spanish in the kitchens he was working in.
Yeah.
And then eventually some of his coworkers was like, bro, Bronson, you can rap. It was like, maybe. And then a couple of years later, they're like, bro, put something down. And he did, and then Now he's a rapper.
Yeah.
You know, and
now
it
he's
is
watching Ancient Aliens.
exactly stoned as fuck with his homies,
Right.
and then they get to go on the road. It's like, wouldn't it be great? Just for your friends, just be like, yo, y'all want to go to Vancouver for a weekend?
Yeah.
Film it and eat their fuck ass food.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
like, I don't like cheese, but it's like, all right, come on, dude, you got to eat some Vancouver cheese. Oh, fuck you, fuck them.
Yeah.
Can I get this
Right,
with no cheese,
right.
please? And I'm like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Vancouver, they speak English in Vancouver, right? It's Quebec.
Yeah,
I'm talking.
yeah.
It's Quebec. I'm talking.
Quebec
about.
is French. Yeah.
Right. I hear Quebecian women are fine, but that's neither here nor there.
That just sounds like a French thing.
I don't know anything about Canada
You don't
except
even-
for hockey.
What do you know about hockey?
I know quite a bit about
Are,
hockey.
are you by any chance a Predators fan?
Yeah. Well,
So my
but don't ask me if I've been paying
I'm not.
attention.
No, I'm not. So the only reason I asked is because my sister and her husband are about to move to Nashville, and one of the
Mhm.
reasons they're going up there is he's getting a really good job in like marketing. So he's getting a good job in advertising out there, and one of their biggest things is the Predators. But I thought it was interesting. I'm like, who the hell in the South is into
Dude,
fucking
hockey is dope. Have you
Yeah.
ever been to live
Yeah,
hockey?
So I have
Bro,
in Philadelphia
no,
when I was a
the
Flyers fan.
The Preds have a crazy fan base.
They do now, but specifically because their demographics are transplants that come into Nashville
yeah.
that don't
It's growing.
have their hockey anymore. So they
Oh.
all go to Predator stuff.
Word.
It's-
And
so
then
they're not locals.
And well, you know what? That's real. That's real. That's real.
Yeah,
Because
I was like, what? It blew my mind.
And soccer is there now.
Yeah, that's what he said too. It's
MLS,
huge,
yeah.
like gigantic. You know?
I've always thought that actually a dream of mine is to own a professional sports team.
Yeah.
Either basketball or soccer. And I've wanted to make one called the Memphis Jokers and hire a whole bunch of Mexican guys.
Now that would be a good hockey team.
Why?
The Memphis Joker.
Why Mexican?
The Mexican Joker is
Joker is
what
a
you're trying to do?
Mexican name or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a
Oh
nickname.
no! See, I thought you were doing a South Park.
Well, no, like I'm a comedian. I own this team. We're gonna call them the Memphis Jokers. Have like a clown mask with like evil teeth or whatever. And then
Wait,
now I have
wait,
I have basically the Raiders of the MLS. You know what I'm saying? Like I want the bad boy Memphis soccer
Yeah.
squad.
Yeah.
You know, black and white.
But why Mexican people?
I said, yeah.
Why Mexicans?
Did I
Yeah.
mishear you, or
What do you mean?
Like, did you mean to say like Memphis instead of Mexican?
No, the Memphis Jokers. That's the name of my profession.
Yeah, but you
he
said
he said Mexican.
get a bunch
Joker,
of
right?
Mexican.
Yeah, get a bunch of Mexican Americans. They gonna
Oh.
play. I'm gonna
I'm so
fucking
confused.
recruit them
Like, what?
to be on my. I want a winning team.
I don't think Mexicans are the best at soccer.
They're not good.
Oh, again, yeah, see, I'm
I mean,
I'm
I don't
thinking
know.
yes,
I'm
I-
not
I-
saying.
Look,
I'm not
look,
saying
how
they're
do I
not
get?
good.
Okay, first of all, how do I do two things? And look, you
Who won
mentioned-
the
you
World
mentioned-
Cup?
You mentioned I don't know.
Argentina. Maybe?
You mentioned Mark Cuban earlier, right?
Yeah,
Mark
yeah.
Cuban is a genius by drafting his team because he has the great white hype team. You know what I'm saying? Like he had Dirk Nowitzki for a long time. Now he
Yeah,
has
yeah.
Kristaps and what's your boy's name? I can't think of it right now. But he's building the great white team, and they're great. They're effective, right?
He's probably getting them cheap as hell from Europe.
Bro, not only that, he has a massive fan base all around the world,
Yeah.
right? Because he
Yeah.
has 2 international squads. He won a championship with his international player,
Okay, I didn't know
right?
that either, yeah.
Of course, bro. And then check this out. If I have a whole bunch of Luis Garcias and Jeffrey Gonzalez's on my team on the Memphis Jokers, I'm gonna have a crazy fan base.
Oh, okay. I get what you're
You see
saying.
what I'm saying?
I don't
Like
see-
I'm gonna.
I
You're
don't-
saying what Mexican? If you were to get like a Mexican superstar, that would make sense because we're close to Mexico.
Not only that, we have a large Mexican American population here.
Yeah,
Come on, guys.
then money, and doing something like that would bring in money because
So
then you
they-
could sell the jerseys and shit, and then you have more money to invest in players.
in the team, bro. I've thought about this for a couple years, man. The Memphis Jokers. I want to be MLS. We're getting
I don't
it,
know
guys.
if you can get MLS though in Memphis.
Not yet.
Yeah,
Not yet, motherfucker.
I was gonna say,
we
yeah,
gotta
they-
get some more Mexicans in here.
That's the most progressive thing you've ever said.
we gotta get the Mexicans in here.
Yeah, there you go. Clip that. I think it could work. You know, I was looking up, you know, massive accomplishments by comedians, right? Because you know, I want to be in that group list one day. And one of my favorite things is Danny Thomas started St. Jude.
Danny Thomas was a comedian.
Danny Thomas is a stand-up comedian, and
Okay.
and then he became pretty famous for a sitcom that he did. Right?
Okay, if that's common knowledge, I didn't know.
It's
Sorry.
not
What?
common. It's not common. Danny Thomas Danny Thomas. He fucking
The guy that did St. Jude, right?
bro,
Yeah.
St. Jude,
Yeah.
massive children's hospital, right?
Right.
Like saves a lot of lives,
Danny Thomas Boulevard, man. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know why? Because the motherfucker told hot jokes. He told hot jokes, and you know what the
did
story?
not know that.
I read the story on Wikipedia. I don't know if this is corroborated or not, but basically, my man, he said he was down on his luck, right? And he prayed to Saint Jude, which was like the wayward saint of fuck ups or whatever.
Yeah.
And the next week he got some money for a gig that he was fucked up financially. He prayed super hard, gave his last bit of money in the collection plate. He's a Catholic or whatever.
Yeah.
And then when he got the gig the next month or whatever, next couple of weeks, he said, "Shout out to you, St. Jude. You really held me down. I will one day repay this favor to you." And he created the hospital for children.
Really?
That's that's fucking hot, bro.
Gotcha. Okay.
Dude, do you know how high our market is now that we gotta accomplish? We gotta actually cure cancer now.
Because he started the hospital. Yo, you know how
Fuck.
Yo,
The Memphis comedy pyramid is so tall, man.
Yeah, it's like-
you're
it's
gonna
like-
have to climb the hell out of that motherfucker.
I wanted to sell out Madison Square Garden, but now I got to fucking start a world class hospital.
No.
Or
It's already been done. You got to cure cancer.
It seems like he was fucking. I mean, if he had the Danny Thomas show, which was
That's what I'm looking at,
one of
yeah.
the best
sitcoms.
yeah.
Yeah,
How could you not
Yeah.
tour off of that?
bro, he was hot money, bro. He was hot
That's
money.
what I'm saying.
And
What
folks
was-
don't know that. It's a stand-up comedian. I'm trying to tell y'all, man.
I just want to hear one of his
Holy
jokes.
fuck!
Is there like the Danny
Cor-
Thomas like recording or something like that we could just put up real quick?
I don't know.
Radio, films, music,
Yo, he was.
Arabic folk songs.
He's
Wait,
like
what?
he's Lebanese, bro. He's a
He was a musician too.
He's a Lebanese Catholic that put a hospital in Memphis, Tennessee for the kids.
Lebanese. Really?
This shit.
It's crazy, bro. He's a Lebanese Catholic.
Danny Thomas.
Dude,
I need to look
Memphis
up
got
Danny
juice.
Thomas audio.
Memphis has got juice.
I'm just telling you that's the bar now. You know what I'm saying? Like Danny Thomas became Batman to me, as far as I'm concerned.
Dude, honestly, what a dude to look up to.
Hell yeah, man.
To guide your comedy career.
For
Yeah,
real.
like I want to top that some kind of way, and it's
Yeah,
not a
we should
competition.
do that.
It's not a competition, but it's like
It is a competition
fuck,
because
dude.
this is a healthy competition.
Yeah,
If you do something better than St. Jude
come on, dog. I don't know
for
what
humanity,
for humanity.
Wait a second, hang on. I'm gonna try to play a clip real quick.
For humanity.
Let's see.
this, you know what I want to do now?
What?
I want to shit on all.
Wait, sorry. Good.
What?
Good.
Which one do you
This,
do now?
well, this what I was about to say was pretty.
Is it pretty ridiculous?
if you want to bite your tongue for
On
a
a scale
second,
of 1
just,
to, do we need to bleep it?
No.
Okay, well then say it.
I want to shit on all the nurses at St. Jude that don't like comedy.
Hell yeah. Stupid bitch, you got a
You
job.
stupid fucking bitch.
that being said,
Even though I just learned it,
Right.
you're stupider than me. You dumb piece of shit.
comedy pay for your motherfucking job.
Right.
Oh, that's
right.
That's
right.
Now you got a guiding light. Now you got to
Dude.
start.
Well, hang on. So this is like
That's
30 seconds breaking into show business. It's just a clip. I don't know if it's going to be anything good, but it's Danny
Are
Thomas.
we
Let's
allowed to
see.
play other people's stuff on our
It's
stuff?
it's a sample, so it's basically an advertisement.
Okay, that's cool.
Also, thanks for putting me on the spot with that announcement about America's foremost entertainer. I love that. You know, these adjectives are used by press agents about entertainers. Entertainers never make them up about themselves. We wouldn't be so egotistical. We wouldn't dare. That's a kiss of death to be called a foremost entertainer, because people come in and sit down in a saloon and they look at you. They've read the sign. They say, okay, hook nose, foremost me. And it can't be done.
Danny Thomas, born Amos Muzyad Yakub Karu.
Yeah, bro, he's
Arrow,
Lebanese.
I'm gonna have to look this up because that's cool as fuck. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna tweak that up and we'll figure out some kind
what's
of
the
actual
what's the other
Danny
guy's
Thomas show
name?
to go in there.
Dude with Jerry's kids. He's a stand-up comedian too. I can't remember his real name. Jerry.
He only married one woman.
Look up Jerry's kids for me, Dylan.
You mean like Jerry Lawler?
Jerry, not the wrestler. Jerry's Kids was created by a stand-up comedian. It's a
Muscular Dystrophy.
Right.
Jerry's Kids. It's not the band. Is it Jerry Lewis?
Jerry Lewis. There you go.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Are you going to talk about that on stage?
No, not really. Why?
That dude,
I'm going to do it.
Like, yeah.
I got to now.
You guys should definitely talk about Danny Thomas on stage. Absolutely.
How could we not?
Dude, it's informative. He's comedy. Like you got to write some kind of bit about that, right?
I guess so. I guess we could try. We could try the topic. You want to do as an exercise? Right.
No, I'm just saying I want to. Now I got to have a bit about Danny Thomas.
Let's no as an exercise. Let's do it. Danny Thomas joke a piece, and we can spruce each other up.
Yeah, and then see how many people can actually like connect. Because again, like you're having a Memphis audience. You know, they're automatically going to be like, whoa,
yeah,
really?
Danny Thomas was a comedian. Now they're going to look at us
right
in such better eyes.
Open ears too. You know,
right.
Especially when we get on the world famous Beale Street,
right?
And we're talking about the man who created this city,
yes,
put this city on the fucking map. Yeah. Fuck, what's his name?
That could be a headlining joke.
Fuck
man.
Elvis and fuck Fred Smith. Right. We're talking about Danny motherfucking Thomas.
Right.
Hell yeah, dog. Hell yeah. Joke teller. He a comedy comrade. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's
slanging jokes and dick to one woman all his life.
That's admirable.
Good for you, Danny Thomas. Doing better than MLK.
What?
Oh, wait.
Kind of. Did he do better? Who's better, MLK or Danny Thomas?
MLK was known for cheating on his wife. I mean, he's a great guy. Don't get me wrong. Like,
was he
absolutely.
known for that? I thought he was known for helping the plight of black people. Though.
I mean, yeah, okay, absolutely. Yes. Okay, well, hang on.
We got you, Dylan.
Let me see if this is
I
a
know
known
what you
fact.
meant. I know what
I'm
you meant.
pretty sure that's been proven. I'm not saying he's not an awesome
No,
figure.
you're right,
Yeah.
Dylan. You're right.
Just
He
making
did
sure.
cheat on, the FBI spied on him and caught some dirt under his rug.
Yeah,
right?
it's fucking
That's
stupid.
what they did.
Yeah.
He was a flawed man.
Yeah.
And
like,
that was
like
his
we all
flaw.
are. Yeah.
But yeah,
Harold
just
King
like
has
anybody.
Harold King has an excellent joke about that.
Maybe that's where I heard it.
Yeah.
Was it on one of his specials or something?
What?
No, I think it's a relatively new joke from last year. But he has it's excellent joke about that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. Yeah. I was just saying that. Well, yeah. So Danny Thomas.
I was just reminding you of MLK's flaws.
Flawed men can be great men.
Yeah. John got
absolutely.
so offended.
As
what he's known for.
I mean, like for real. If that's what I came into, like any kind of like church saying, like, and everyone knows MLK, like, you know, cheated on his wife, and that's the only thing he's known.
Everybody's
for,
known.
Like,
well, the thing,
Right.
the problem is we didn't learn that fact until, I mean, it happened in the '60s, and we didn't learn. If we would have learned the truth, like, or the whole story. Kind of
he
like
was assassinated by the CIA.
Yeah, the whole fuckery of the. If we learned the whole thing when we were growing up, that wouldn't be the last thing that we remember about Martin Luther King.
That is interesting, yeah.
Because that's the last thing.
That's the most recent.
That's the most recent thing that.
Tidbit.
Yeah, and that happened when I was probably like, I don't know, fucking 20. Whenever I got to college at some point.
That's when you heard about it.
That's when you learn.
I heard about it being rumors or something like that, but it's always unsubstantiated, and then all of a sudden, like, it gets substantiated some years ago.
It's the same thing that happens to the founding fathers. Oh wait, they had slaves. They're pieces of shit.
Oh, word.
You're like, well,
of course they had slaves. You know,
I mean,
1776. They were the founding.
If you were them back in the day, you would have had slaves because that's what you did. You know what I'm saying?
If you had you ever seen that fucking? You ever seen that fucking clip on YouTube? It was a white dude he's arguing with somebody, interviewing him. He's like, would you have slaves back in the day? He's like, no, I wouldn't have slaves because you had to be rich to have slaves. I was like, well, this dude just was like, yo, I'm too broke.
That's always the Confederate argument.
I'm too broke to be racist.
Yeah. So I was curious about it. I was curious if my mom's side was wealthy and my dad's side was always poor and like in the mountains. And so I looked it up. There's like a way you can look up if your family owned slaves.
Mm-hmm.
And I found my mom's side owed slaves, but my dad's side, some of them were slaves.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it's like this weird thing. It was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Both sides, you know, whether it be
you have like indentured servitude in your family, or like are
Yeah.
actual like Irish slaves.
I don't know. I don't know exactly which, but I just remember whatever
And there wasn't that much
the
of a difference,
slave
right?
papers.
It was a difference. Yes.
Because they were all they were on the same papers, right?
Right.
Yeah, so it was just the document of the
bill
trade.
Bill of sale or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, see, my family didn't come over here to the 1900s or late 1800s or something like that. No,
No, so you got to dodge it, Dylan.
not really. My my family's probably doing all kinds of fucked up shit in Syria around that time because I think somehow my like great grandfather was exiled from Syria and pushed over here and came in with the name Slayman. So it went from Hussein to Slayman, and I think he did that tongue in cheek. So I'm pretty sure that him working in the coal mines on exile wasn't because he was a good guy.
Where are you from? What's your lineage?
Well, I'm all kinds of shit, man. I'm like that guy specifically was from Syria. My dad's side's from Russia and Germany. No, Russia and Poland. And my mom's side is Syria and Germany. And a little bit of Irish too.
He's a fucking
Where's your mom?
He's a Euro mutt.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah, I'm everything. Man.
So okay, so that I guess that makes sense.
And then like again, my dad's the Jewish side is the Khazarian Jew or whatever, the one from Russia.
Oh.
Yeah.
The tough Jews.
Pretty well, yeah.
The
yeah.
real Jews.
Not honestly, I don't know. Technically, the real Jews are the ones from Africa.
From Africa or Israel?
Yeah,
Africa.
Because
Africa.
remember, they get exiled out of Africa.
Dude, I don't know shit.
You read the
Exodus.
Bible?
No.
Egypt. Well, so like you don't know Egypt, like the Ten Commandments of Moses and all that shit. Yeah.
I guess I just never really
Yeah.
thought about it.
The Red Sea is a real fucking sea. My dad actually went to the Dead Sea out in Israel, and he said it's so salty out there. Like when you go in the water,
You don't sink.
You can't sink.
Yeah, you float.
can't. You float up. Like there's no way to like actually like touch like the bottom of the thing like for an extended period of time without trying to.
If you guys look up the original like Madonna and Child, it's a picture of a like, and supposedly it's in the Pope's like office or some shit, but it's a black dude. It's like Jesus as a baby, as a black baby, and his mother. You know, there's a little golden crown they put above Jesus when they had paintings of him or whatever, and those are what they call Coptic Christians or whatever. But anyway, old world ass Christians that are like hardcore with the I don't know what to call them. They're not Catholics, but they're like old world Christians. I don't know what to call them.
Like
you know,
Crusades, like Christians. Are you saying like
even older? You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
yeah, because the Crusade Christians they're fighting the Muslims. That's like
Right,
1200. I'm
right,
talking about
right.
like.
I don't know anything about any of that.
You don't know anything about the Crusades?
Mm-mm.
It's super
holy,
interesting.
It's holy war,
actually.
bro. It's
Yeah.
real deal holy war. It's like the Muslims believe that this land is theirs. The Christians believe that land is theirs.
Well, specifically, the Muslims were there, and then the Pope said, "No, that's ours now because it's the Holy Land."
Yeah. It's in our book. We know
Yeah.
it's in our book, and then they
So the
champion.
Pope was wilding out,
Yeah,
trying to grab some shit.
And that's bro. It's
Yeah.
my uncle is a Catholic, and he told me this not long ago. But it's like you think that the Crusades are over, but we're still in holy war. We are still there. That's why we're there. That's why the Russians were there. We're still fighting. It's all Jesus versus Allah, right? now.
and that's
like,
one of
damn.
the things they say in even ISIS, right? Is that their whole thing is that they're the Islamic State. So it's this state that's not really just in one geographic area, and it's the first time they've ever been able to do that.
Yeah,
right?
it's the ideology is
right,
the state.
right. And
Yeah.
the caliphate or something like that. Is that what it's called?
Right.
It's crazy.
It's super scary ass super scary like Islamic extremism, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they take and supposedly if you read the Quran, I haven't really read it thoroughly. I've only read a translation, a couple parts of it or whatever, but
It's so boring. I'm sorry.
it's a book. It's a holy book. When can you expect?
Yeah.
The Bible at least has some kind of like weird shit in it that like will keep
Got
you
some
like.
pizzazz now.
Little
It
stories,
does. I'm telling you, lots.
little seasoning in that.
Dude, well, I mean, a seasoning. Like, dude's wife turns to salt, literally, and
Yeah.
then like his like daughters like fuck him so they can keep on the progeny. Like this, like that shit doesn't happen in reality TV nowadays.
Yeah,
you
you're
know?
right. I mean,
Like,
the Bible is the greatest story ever told. That's
versus the Quran. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do this.
well, no. There's 3 books in Islam. That's like the Quran is the book. Then there's like the bio of Muhammad himself, and then there's like another book that all kind of it's like the triumphant of like Islamic law and like learning and teaching or whatever. But if you take it as face value, like they're like, yo, get down or lay down. You feel what I'm saying? Like either you're with us or you're against us, and that's the whole point of the caliphate or the holy war or whatever. They're trying to live.
And we should specifically say that's the extremist movement too, because the inherent movement behind Islam is supposed to be peaceful.
Oh yeah, I'm not calling these people. I'm not calling all of them that.
I'm just saying they kind of sound like that. So
No. I'm just saying that like the religious extremists are going by the book so heavily that they're like, oh, I am okay to do this because it's right here.
Well, see, and that's what kind of gets me with the whole Constitution thing too, with it not being a living Constitution.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that like rings any bells to you too, Jackson, because like with the whole. Like with Muslims trying to it's a super conservative thing, right? You stick it exactly the way that it came out of the book, not as it's interpreted nowadays.
Right.
Is that like comparable?
It would be not to the extent, I don't think you could compare
a holy book to the Constitution.
Yeah, I don't think
that's how people use it though.
Yeah, but
but it's a different realm of ideology. Right?
Well, no, I would say
I guess it's not.
That's what I'm saying. The First Amendment, Second Amendment, all
well,
you know what I mean?
there are some countries that have their rule of law by the land is the
Sharia,
rule, the rule from the book, rule from the
right.
holy book. So, I would imagine as an ideology is different than as a political thing, you know what I mean? But it can be the same. I mean, that's why I think that's the whole point of it, is to create an Islamic land, right? And so it's like the instructions for it are either you are in Islam or not, and these are the instructions to make people Islamic or not. You convert them or you lop their head off.
Right.
If you disrespect us, you lop their head off. And I'm not just saying that to be critical. I'm just saying that it is what it is. That's why. I mean, look, right now we know. Right now, you know not to fuck with to Muslims. You know what I'm saying? You know not to do any kind of crazy shit or say any crazy shit to Muslims because you. Story or word on the street is these cats are crazy and they'll
Je suis Charlie.
Yeah, the dude in France that got the head chopped off. You talking about that?
No, I was talking about when they blew up the building.
Oh, there you go. Well, yeah. Regardless of that, it's like what my uncle was saying a couple of weeks ago is that like the Holy War never ended. It's just like it slowed down and went to a different space and went online. And now it's back in real world. It's just we're just seeing more of it now because it's on the internet. So I don't know. I find it interesting because like you see countries dealing with like being primarily or have always been a homogenous Islamic state, right? I don't know what a good example would be. I'm not Iran, right? Yeah. And then and then a country that has like, and then you see countries that allow Islamic refugees to come in, right? And some of them are doing okay, some of them are doing not okay.
Is it like the whole Brexit movement going on right now?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's
because of the immigrants.
That's a part of Brexit, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's one of the main interests in Brexit. And then you have like here in America where it's like Donald Trump has been vilified for saying he's never going to let
Mexicans are rapists.
Yeah, Mexicans are rapists, then all Muslims are terrorists or whatever, and we're not going to let any of them in. So it's crazy to see how like you can like and then if you look at the fucking like how some of these Islamic countries are being ran, like they're peaceful, they're whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's an interesting thing to look like. I try to like get all the information and then look at it as a whole, but it's tough because there's a lot of people that the information that you find is biased, so you have to like decipher through the bias.
Like you can't get it. You can't get stats from freaking like Iranian state military.
Yeah, it's
like the death rate was like 5. It was a nuclear bomb though, so I'm pretty sure it was like 5. Like, yeah.
Or it's like the Dubai. Like I'm sure it's awesome in Dubai, right? But I'm sure that's definitely like ruled by Islamic.
Well, actually, I don't know about specifically Dubai because I think Dubai is one of those things where it's like they have an agreement with like corporate like counterparts like that, kind of like the way that not Beijing, Hong Kong is kind of set up like that, where it's almost like a market state.
Well,
Hong Kong's done.
Well, Hong Kong's done.
Is it officially done?
Well, they've been fighting.
Yeah.
Right. No, I know because they
But that's a remnant. That's a remnant of the
they're
the
still sticking
opium
up for
wars.
it, though.
That's a remnant of the opium wars. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, so hang on. Do you guys want to get conspiracy based real quick for a second?
hit me with it.
So, like, what would you think if, because you remember the whole Hong Kong thing started before coronavirus, right? Like, so what would you say to the coronavirus being a way to kind of like stifle the whole Hong Kong protest?
And China let this shit out to
Right, or maybe it had by accident or whatever, you know what I mean? And then even then, at the same time, they can blame the United States for using subversive tactics throughout the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like I literally just thought of that. I mean, again, it's like, you know,
Holy
like Tin
fuck,
Hattie or whatever.
I didn't think
but
about
still,
that, but yeah, I mean, because Hong Kong was in the news. They were getting fucked up.
you don't hear
Hammered.
about it at all now. Because remember, there was that, and there was the big thing around that time was the guy that died of the coronavirus. That was around the time of the whole thing of them blocking everyone's social media because they were about to start like riots and stuff like that. And they had people, yeah, because it was they were quoting some song. Because you're not allowed to post like anti stuff like about the Chinese government, even if you're in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But so instead, they were posting some song, and people would post the song lyrics in protest, essentially showing solidarity for this scientist that died.
Right.
Well, Hong Kong wasn't China's until like they gave it back.
It wasn't officially; it was like the 2000, I think. Right?
Well, no, because
it was like 100-year lease.
yeah,
or
it was
some shit.
100-year lease.
Oh, is that what? Holy shit!
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that much.
Yeah,
I knew Great Britain had them for a while.
No,
Isn't that what it
bro.
was?
Yeah,
That's what it's.
yeah.
It's a
They gave
remnant-
them back.
Yeah, it's a remnant of the opium wars, bro. It's like it was a
Wow.
part of the contract. Like, all right, y'all lost, but we keep this stronghold right here, just in the middle of your country, the best ports or whatever.
Right.
And then, but we'll leave after 100 years.
So that's what I'm saying is like Dubai, though. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's the type of area,
special area.
You know?
Yeah, but that's like I mean, Hong Kong is a result of like imperialism or
Yeah, it's a result of free market, right?
no, that was like it was literally a war. They like the.
But I'm saying like under British rule, it grew to be Hong Kong as we know it because they weren't Chinese.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. Well,
Like Hong Kong has a
They
capitalist
were British,
market.
right?
I don't know. I think the rule.
I think
Because
they
it would be a territory.
right.
of-
I think they're a British territory.
Yeah,
Yeah, and so then when that got relinquished, it was like basically
I'll look it up.
you had all these people that were living a similar way of British way of life.
a Western way of life.
Yeah, that's
in
what
Chi-
I meant to say. Western.
Yeah.
And now they're cast.
Back to China.
Yeah,
which
and
is, they've always been there. It's
Yeah.
like, yo, you had you should have figured this out, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, you knew it was gonna get. But
Could you imagine being in Hong Kong?
being 20-something, growing up, having the whole time? And
But why wouldn't you just get a flight out, dude? Fuck it.
Because maybe you can't.
You got to go to America.
Because maybe you can't.
Hey, Britain had that thing since 1842.
Yeah, bro. It's a result of the opium wars, dog.
I'm like,
Yeah.
holy
Opium
shit.
Wars 2. There's 2 of them.
Yeah,
Part
that,
one.
that, that was
saying.
the first one. They took it, and in the second one, they further extended it, and that's when the 99-year lease came in after the second one.
Word. Okay.
That's crazy. I'd never heard that before. Like I knew that they had it, but I never like looked up why they had it or anything.
Bro, they tried. They were.
Wow.
The whole. I'm a big kung fu movie fan, right? But I used to watch, and there's like a theme about the sick man of China. You always see like people like in opium dens or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a direct result of essentially what the Brits I guess tried to do to the natives here, right? Like you poison them with drugs, right? They did with opium. They did it here with alcohol, and then you can subvert the nation easier.
Oh, excuse me, the Brits did that to the Chinese?
Yes, with opium.
Okay.
Yeah, because like poppy or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's always been there, but for it to be like pumped out, like they made so much money off those off the opium trade.
Yeah.
When the Chinese government tried to like say, nah, we're not doing this no more, bro. Like
You're fucking up our country.
you're
Right.
you're literally fucking
see-
up our people, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then the term the sick man of China became a Western idea, where it's like, oh no, they're weak little yellow people. We can run them down, right?
Okay.
Because they've been on drugs for 50 years.
Yeah.
So that's when the opium wars start.
And
right?
I bet you that probably got influenced by Japan too, because I'm thinking all these like animes that have like like they put the soldiers in the opium dens or whatever to like kill them or something.
Yeah,
you know?
that's
like,
that influence is heavy for you saw it like almost 200 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
1842.
Yeah, and so Hong Kong was basically the consolation prize. It was like, yo, we beat your ass twice, right? Like we're gonna do business here in this place, in this special place.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna do anything about it. And that's like opium kept on pumping out of China for forever, bro.
And the quote now is one country, two systems for mainland China owning Hong Kong. So it is
two systems.
Well, that's the quote from the Chinese government is one country, two systems. Hong Kong wants independence, right?
Yeah.
That's what they're fighting for.
But how, man? Like it's almost like saying like, what if
they have to secede?
Well,
yeah, but how
exactly? The People's Republic of China. You know,
you're gonna fight them. You're gonna fight 1 billion people.
Yeah.
I don't care.
With a trillion, no, with a quadrillion dollars, you know, because they have more money than like the entire planet.
Right.
What if that like started a whole like people of China want to be free now?
Yeah.
And
that's what they're worried about.
They go to Hong Kong to start the fight.
Well, no, that's what they're exactly what Chinese government. Yeah, because it's like you can't have this. The reason why China blew up in the last 60 years because they had this homogeny, right? Like communism allowed them to, the reason why America is unique is because we have a different way of thinking. Everyone does, you know what I'm saying? Like everywhere, like 50 states, we know it's different from here to Wyoming. You know what I'm saying? Wyoming cats are crazy.
It's for here, Mississippi, man.
Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like. In China, having communism and having that homogeny, not only one people, one land, one way of thinking, it made a lot of things easier to build up, right? It's like, yo, I don't give a fuck what you got going on, but this village is now responsible for all of pork or all of grain or all of this or all of that. And so now you have, and then like the system is almost like you're responsible for X amount of like the Chinese through communism in the last, I guess, 100 years, took almost 500 million people out of poverty to the middle class through industry and farming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
we don't even have 500 million people.
No, like to feed everybody and to increase the quality of life and to pump out all the shit that everyone's buying. The Chinese through communism like fucking built that shit up.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big fan of communism, you know what I'm saying? But it's like
not a fan.
No, like
not at all.
Yeah, but clearly
not a big fan.
You know, they were cool.
Wrong adjective there.
They were cool back in the 60s, but
yeah. McCarthy put an end to that.
But
Melissa.
Yeah, I'm not a communism at all. I'm not a communist at all, guys. I'm a staunch capitalist, but it's amazing what they accomplished through communism in China. And it's like now Hong Kong as this little jewel of like ideology thinking differently is a danger to the rest of, because it's like if you can show
like a virus.
If you can show some dude in a farm that's been making fucking growing pig for the last 30 years for the Chinese government, and you show him these well-dressed badass
he can have a YouTube channel,
right? I mean what I'm saying is like he's seeing what the Chinese government is doing to people that look just like him, that just want to like live free, right? And it's like, okay, you don't want, and then maybe the idea comes to him, it's like, oh, democracy or republic or whatever type of system that they have in Hong Kong now poisons the mind of the rest of China, right? So it's like,
I bet you they have like a super like anti-liberal, anti-conservative thing over there. Like if you're not protecting the homeland, then you're just like anti-government. You know what I mean? Like,
they have to, because it's like that's why we fought against communism here so heavily. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like if like the idea lives in the mind of a man, you can't destroy the idea, you can destroy the man. So it's like if Hong Kong is allowed to keep on operating as such, and there are more people from the fucking countryside of China come to Hong Kong to live a different life, because it only takes 2 generations. It takes you being a farmer, right? Having a shit ton of kids, and your kid's like, well, Dad, I want to be a farmer. And he's like, well, I made enough money for you to not be a farmer.
Do your thing,
right? Yeah. And so now he goes to the closest big city. It's Hong Kong. He's hanging out with these bad bitches now that are well dressed. He's like, yo, don't you want to vote? Or don't you want to this, that, or the other? And then he comes back to his like, Dad, we've been living like slaves this whole time, Dad.
Right.
Yeah.
And then now
this man just walked out the cave.
Right. And then now fucking the whole countryside is fucked. And now you have a revolution in China, which they don't want.
Right.
You know, and I'm just saying that it's a
because they've actually so and to top onto that too, they just had a revolution, right? They just had a full on cultural revolution in the early 1900s, right? That was the whole Mao Zedong thing.
Yeah.
So they know that it's ready to happen again. Like they've been catalyzed, you know.
Yeah.
Like we haven't had any kind of movement like that since the Civil War, you know.
World
War
II.
No, World War II was us going into someone else's stuff. It wasn't our own.
The Cold War.
No, that wasn't a culture thing for us, you know.
Yeah,
He's just naming wars.
Well, no, he's just saying like
Jackson's just naming
like,
Vietnam,
fucking Nam,
Desert Storm,
Korea. No, you got no. We're doing too old. Yeah. Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Hey, do you remember? That reminds me. Do you remember the what fucking was it Call of Duty back in the day? What was on PlayStation 2?
This is called. I don't know. I had Xbox.
Which
back then.
yeah, I had a PS2 with Medal of Honor.
It was like
Medal of Honor was
Desert Storm, Operation Desert Storm.
Oh,
That was the first like
shooting game that you had.
yeah.
Medal of Honor was my shit. But
It
I
It
don't
might
know
have been.
Desert
It
Storm.
was.
Maybe
Was
it
it
was.
SOCOM?
There's only
I remember SOCOM.
or
Was
Rainbow
it
Six or is
Rainbow Six?
Like a
There's
Tom
a-
No,
Clancy thing?
not Rainbow Six.
We got confused.
What
What are we
was it?
doing? What are we doing? What's it called?
Yeah, it's shooting game Desert Storm. Just look that up. You find it.
Yeah.
Desert Storm, first person shooter. Gotcha.
My favorite. I'm not really big into shooting games like first person, but like I really liked the Medal of Honor joints, like the World War II.
Oh
ones,
yeah.
because it's like if you and what I noticed is in the game,
Oh,
like
conflict.
What?
Conflict.
Oh, that's what it
Yes,
was.
it's called
Yeah,
Conflict Desert Storm. Yeah.
Yeah, because they didn't wait. But who made it?
Ubisoft.
Psy and Gotham Games, actually for working for Microsoft.
So it was a random people.
random game.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, those were fun.
Yeah, I what I always noticed in those games was like because I didn't play them for too long, but
The Medal of Honor ones I got into, man.
And yeah, I beat the Medal of Honor game
Yeah.
that I had, and I noticed that the American like equipment always sucked. Like the
Yeah.
the German grenades were always better. The German
they were quieter too. Like you got the little thing,
right,
you know?
right. All the German weapons were always like fire. I'm like, yo, how did we win this war?
And it's crazy because like you know you read books about like World War II and stuff like that, and they actually say that there were like soldiers that would full on just drop their Thompsons and pick up the German guns because they were like
They're better made, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's and I think
they wouldn't jam up or anything.
I think that's still a stereotype in now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like German engineering, like they will engineer something to work every single time.
It's also like a trope in America too that like, you know, it's American, it's the best, you know, like we put all the factory stuff in there.
Is that
know?
just like patriotism though?
That's what I'm saying. Like you know, like in terms of that, you're dropping it so you don't die. You
is
know?
the Mustang really better than a Mercedes Benz? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is the F-150?
The Bronco is better than any other car on goddamn planet.
I don't know about that.
You could find some fucking diehard patriots that would argue it to the bone.
I'm sure.
If it ain't
You
a
know?
Ford, I ain't driving it. Fuck you.
What if
My
it's a
first car
Chevy
was
that's got a Ford motor in it?
Yeah. my first car was a Ford F-150. So, you know.
There you go. Yeah.
I remember when I knew I was blessed. Shout out to this dude, Mike Brown. He was a Navy vet, right? He did his fucking time in the service, and then went to UT to get his degree afterwards, right?
Yeah.
I think it was like landscape engineering. I was like, bro, you just took a job and engineering behind it. He's like, yeah, man, I make a lot of money. And so
No, landscape engineering is legit.
I know it is. Like
Really?
he was like, you know, a casual buddy of ours. He'd come out, hang out sometimes, you know, whatever. But I remember Mike Brown came by one day and we were sitting down and I was rolling up some weed and he cracked open a beer. He said, John, man, I don't know if anybody tell you, you know, I'm one of your older friends here at school, but you got everything a man want, man. I was like, what you mean, Mike Brown? Like, you got a pretty girlfriend, a dog, and a truck, big old white truck, man. That's my fucking I was like, for real, Mike Brown? He's like,
I'd be content with your life right
dude,
now.
no, he's like, dude, this is what I left the service for all that. You have everything that I want right now.
Wow.
I was like, dude, you're not trying to like take it from me. Or he's like, nah, man, I want my own. I just want to let you know that I'm trying to get like you, brother. How you black dudes be saying, I'm trying to get like you, brother. I'm like, hell yeah, Mike Brown.
There's a quote from the Dirty Streets, actually, the guys that did our intro. It's in one of the songs. It's, if I can't be happy now, I won't be until the day I die. You know, if you can't figure out a way to be happy fucking now, like it doesn't matter how much you have. You know what I mean? No, nothing is gonna fill that fucking hole. You know what I mean?
Man, I'd be worried about that hole, bro. bro.
Yeah.
I'd be worried about that void.
That's
What-
you
what-
gotta
what
figure
do
out how to
you-
get sustained around that, then fill it up.
Are you happy right now, Dylan?
I actually am.
Yeah.
I feel pretty like, I mean, I'm not like making the money that I want to make right now, but
Yeah.
I feel pretty sustained. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
not
it's-
having a boss.
Yeah, being my own boss is like huge. I mean, I'm that, and I mean, I've got a great girlfriend that I've had for 3 years. You know, I mean, like I'm recording shit. You know, I mean, I like I'm
You're doing
got
stuff you
projects,
want to do.
yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you know, like
Yeah.
it feels like I'm in like a good stride. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it feels like I'm able to progress. What about you?
Yeah, I'm good right now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty content. I would like to have a girlfriend, but I'm not gonna just force shit.
Yeah.
I was like, did you have any update on the girl you've been talking
Oh,
to?
it's
No,
fucked.
don't.
Let's try now. Okay,
It's
I got
fucked.
Talk about that
It's
shit, bro.
fucked.
Fucking whiny bastard over here. I'm
I
tired of hearing this story.
told John on Tuesday when I went to the show. I was not in a good mood, but
And the only reason I was asking is I was literally just I was editing the podcast earlier where the dude was saying like, we gotta update you every week. We gotta get an update.
oh yeah,
So-
fuck.
Yeah,
fuck
don't worry about
Nathan.
it. Don't worry about it, man.
We're not updating on Puerto Rican chick either.
We're gonna move on. We're gonna get new bitches.
Yeah, we got to collect some new hoes real quick.
Yeah,
There you go.
man. Look,
Well, shit, that's at about an hour 20. You guys have anything else you want to go?
I'm
No,
cool.
I think
That's-
we can end on collecting hoes.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's a
I
good
think
stopping
we
point.
had a good episode, guys.
Oh yeah. Any socials you want to throw out real quick? Just
I mean,
to wrap
look,
it up.
you can follow me at John Andrew Miller, all typical spelling, but Milla, because like Jackson, I couldn't fit all my shit. But that's on everything. And guys,
active.
huh?
Most active on what?
I'm not most active on anything. I'm a piece
Ah.
of shit on everything, guys.
That's
Yeah.
me.
But
I've
check out
deleted all of them.
but check out Don't Be Whack. You know what I'm saying? That's my
Right, okay, yeah.
You know, that's my my web series that I do solo cam that I try to figure out what the fuck's going on in the world, guys.
And then you're putting that on YouTube, right?
I'm trying to upload them on YouTube right now.
So you got that, and then you'll eventually put these guys up there too.
Well,
So,
yeah,
cool.
these all my Don't Be Whacks are on Instagram and Facebook video. So
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. But most active IG. There
right,
you go.
yeah.
Okay. Good.
Oh, Jackson Maness at everything, but I deleted all my social media
Oh well.
off my phone. So except for the Next Door app.
Okay.
So if you need any contracting needs and you're in the Yorkshire area,
There you go. Well, actually, I don't know if you want to advertise your business because the other stuff that we've done.
oh fuck it, whatever.
it's all good, man.
I mean, what if you get a fucking a fucking deal off
that's
the show,
true.
bro?
You know, you'd be a really down motherfucker if that was
No,
the case.
what
you know?
what will be dope is I'll tell y'all off air.
All
All
right,
right,
bet.
here, yeah.
All right,
We'll go
yo,
and
peace,
lock it
y'all.
out.
Peace.